Hi guys, so if you've reached this video, you've probably watched the other videos on osteitis pubis. This one is going to be covering treatment for osteitis pubis. Now, if you need a quick review, osteitis pubis is pain in the pubic symphysis joint. It's this joint in the middle of your pubic bones, and it's not a very commonly injured joint because it's not a directly weight-bearing joint. You do bear weight on it, but it doesn't get direct impact from the ground. It has to travel through the pelvis to get there first, that force. And oftentimes this is more common in people who are pregnant or have given birth, if you've had some trauma to that region, or if you're in sports where you have to recruit a lot of adductor, like high force adductor movements or high force abdominal movements, like hockey or something like that, or maybe weightlifting. But we did a video with the exhaustive list of all the other things it could be, which are more likely to be than osteitis pubis. So this video is going to be based on the treatment. I'm just going to go through a couple basic rehab strategies to start off with this. So a lot of times if you're looking at pain in this region and you have osteitis pubis and this joint is inflamed, it means the joint is overloaded. And this joint can be overloaded for a lot of reasons. One of the things that you want to think about is that your core is not really doing its job, meaning that the core muscles here that attach to the pubic bone are, not really picking up the slack, so the force is going here. And a lot of times, people think, oh, my core is really strong, but a strong core and a functional core are not the same thing. So you could be really good at doing sit-ups, but you don't really do sit-ups that much in your regular life, and you can only hold a side plank for like 5 seconds on each side. And side planks are really important because they control that side-to-side stability in your core. And if you don't have side-to-side stability, a lot of that force will go through to the middle area. So that can result in a lot of different injuries, including this one. You also want to look and see, are your adductors doing a lot more work than your abductors, which are the ones on the outside? The adductors are the ones that actually directly attach to the pelvic ring here, and they're the inner thigh muscles. And a lot of times those inner thigh muscles will be working too hard and the ones on the outer thighs aren't doing enough work. So we're going to show you a couple quick exercises just to do for your hips and your core to help them be a little bit stronger and more functional in ways that will help you with osteitis pubis. So give me a second and I'll get on the floor and we'll start those. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to go over is pretty simple. It's a side plank. Many people have done a side plank before, but you need to be able to hold a side plank for at least 30 seconds or more if you're going to have a healthy, functional core and some good stability through that region. So there's a couple different ways to do a side plank. The most basic one is to come up onto your ankles, put your top leg either stacked on top of your hips or in front. Make sure that you're not doing this. So point your zipper towards the wall in front of you and then just hold. If you're feeling a little tricky, you can dip and tap, or if you can't hold for longer than 5 seconds, try dipping and coming back up. And just hold here and try the other side. The other exercise that I'm going to demonstrate for kind of getting those abductor muscles or those muscles on the outside of your thigh and glute area is going to be called the accordion. And this is going to kind of look like the start of a side plank, but it's going to get your glutes a little bit more. So we're going to go here. You want to stack your knees on top of each other at 90 degrees. Make sure you're not sagging through your rib cage or your shoulder. So sit up nice and proud and show off your shirt and your t-shirt logo to everybody. Go ahead and roll your hips. So you want to think about your top hip bone as being a laser, and you're going to try to point it closer to the ground. So point that laser. Drive the bottom knee into the ground really hard. So I'm going to move this for a second just to show you, but I want you to push this knee into the ground so hard, almost that your foot starts to come up. So good. So turn, point the laser, drive that knee into the ground, and use that force into the knee to actually come up off the ground and back down. And up. And down, and up, and down, just like that. Do 3 sets of 5 on each side for that one. And for the side planks, I would say try to hold for 30 seconds or more. We have a lot more rehab strategies for that one, or for osteitis pubis, but those are 2 exercises that can at least get you started. And you can see if adding tension into those areas actually decreases your osteitis pubis pain, because that could actually happen pretty quickly. So give those 2 a try and think about strengthening your core in non-sit-up directions and your hips in the adductor region or in the glute region in general. If you have any more questions, let me know. I have my email in the description below. You can subscribe, send me a comment, whatever it is. I'm here to help, so let me know if you need anything, and I hope you enjoyed the video.